Today we celebrate St. Margaret Mary Alacoque. Yes, sir, on October the 16th we celebrate this great French nun whose visions of Christ helped spread devotion to the Sacred Heart. She was born in 1647. Her parents lived modest but virtuous life. She was a serious child with a great focus on God. Her father died when she was 8 years old, and she suffered a paralyzing illness from the time she was 9 till 13. In addition to her father's death, as well as her illness, a struggle over her family's property made life difficult for Margaret. During her illness, she made a vow to enter religious life. During adolescence, however, she changed her mind and started living a relatively ordinary life, enjoying the social functions of her day and considering marriage. However, her life changed in response to a vision she saw one night while returning from a dance, in which she saw Christ being scourged. Margaret believed she had betrayed Jesus by pursuing the pleasures of the world rather than her religious vocation, and at the age of 22 decided to enter the convent. 2 days after Christmas in 1673, she experienced Christ's presence in an extraordinary way while in prayer. She heard Christ explain that he desired to show his love for the human race in a special way by encouraging devotion to the heart that so loved mankind. She experienced a subsequent series of private revelations regarding the gratitude due to Jesus on the part of humanity, and the means of responding through public and private devotion, but the superior of the convent dismissed this as a delusion. This dismissal was a crushing disappointment, affecting the nun's health so seriously that she nearly died. In 1674, however, the Jesuit priest Father Claude de la Colombière became Margaret's spiritual director. He believed her testimony and chronicled it in writing. Father Colombière, later canonized as a saint, left the monastery to serve as a missionary in England. By the time he returned and died in 1681, Margaret had made peace with the apparent rejection of her experiences. Through St. Claude's direction, she had reached a point of inner peace, no longer concerned with the hostility of others in her community. In time, however, many who doubted her would become convinced as they pondered what St. Claude had written about the Sacred Heart. Eventually, her own writings and the accounts of her would face a rigorous examination by church officials. By the time that occurred, however, St. Margaret Mary Alacoque had already gained what she desired, to lose myself in the heart of Jesus. She faced her last illness with courage, frequently praying the words of Psalm 73. What have I in heaven, and what do I desire on earth, but you alone, O my God? She died October 17, 1690, and was canonized by Pope Benedict XV in 1920. St. Margaret Mary Alacoque, great saint, gives us all another chance to reflect on how devoted we are to the Sacred Heart.